I'm out here on a pause on my walk, and I'm walking through this trail area that has these stones, and so I stopped to have a little rest here. It reminds me of this job I had where I was working 2 years ago as what's called a traditional cultural specialist. And my job as a representative of the Ocheri Shakome, or the seven council fires of the Great Sioux Nation, was to survey. I would work with other traditional cultural specialists and archaeologists, and we would walk through fields and we would look for groupings of stones. So imagine, as you will, as we're walking through this path, we see all these groupings of stones here, and they continue on down the trail. So these stones like this, now these are most likely have been moved and aren't in their original placements, but there were plenty of groupings that we came across in areas that we surveyed, including farmland, and we would find a lot of sites that were considered cultural sites of the Ocheri Shakome, or historical sites or burial sites, things like that. There are places that you will come across in these parks or even on your own land, others' lands, that are cultural and historical sites of the people who were here before us. And I had an experience once. Sometimes it would take hours to record these sites, and I was exhausted, and I had an archaeologist who, along with me, who was also doing her job, was staying with her, so we'd walk back together. And I remember just being really cold, and there was this stone that I heard it speak to me, and it said to lay down next to it or on top of it. And so I did. I laid down on that stone while she was finishing up her work. And that stone, even though that entire day had been overcast, had been rainy on and off, and quite cold, there was a warmth emanating from that stone, and it kept me warm. These stones, they are full of life. They aren't just inanimate objects that don't have any intelligence or sentience. They're amongst the oldest, the elders, the stone people. They are full of life. There's a great blue heron right there. I wasn't as aware of it as I was before I had this job. Oh, I wish you could see this. There's a little mole who's running along in this grass. Oh, he just crossed. He's coming close to me. Some of these stones hold as much life as these animals that we observe in nature, like that great blue heron, like that little mole who was just running along in the grass. The stones aren't going to move like that, but they hold the history. They hold wisdom. They hold spirits within them. And it's time for us to honor and recognize their sacredness.